Much. Good evening, everybody, and glad you're with us as we welcome back Franklin Gutierrez. We've been waiting for a long time, and we're really glad to have him back. And if he can perform at the level he did in 2009, the Mariners are really going to be in for something. But let's not get our expectations too high. But he's back.
Baby steps to start with, Dave. You're absolutely right. I think the first thing is let's get him in a game. He's going to play tonight, going to be out in center field. Let's make sure that he's healthy. Get off the field at the end of 9 innings, feeling good about the way his opener went tonight for Franklin, because we know that when he is healthy, he's the best defensive center fielder in the game. So offensively, yeah, you'd like to see those power numbers that he had a few years ago, but the main thing right now is he needs to be healthy, staying in the lineup on a consistent basis.
Well, I can tell you, Eric Wedge, the manager, is thrilled to have him back. Not going to run him out every day, but he's going to get plenty of playing time coming up. Your Lexus pitching matchup interesting tonight. Edison Volquez, who's coming off a Tommy John surgery a few years ago, a heralded prospect with Texas and Cincy, goes against Erasmo Ramirez, making his first big league start.
And for Ramirez here earlier this year, out in the bullpen, but now coming back as a starter, getting his first start of the season against the Padres. The Padres, a patient club. They're fourth in the league in walks. And of course, we know that they will try to run tonight. So I think keeping the walks to a minimum, getting out of that first inning if he can in good shape, build up a little bit of confidence. I think the young man will be fine. He's had a tendency, the longer he's out there, the better he gets. So hopefully the first inning goes well for him tonight. His fastball will be 94, 95 miles an hour, good slider, occasional changeup and curveball.
He learned the importance of keeping the ball down in the strike zone when he was down in Tacoma. The Mariners trying to get a win tonight against a team that has the worst road record in Major League Baseball, trying to salvage something here tonight, and hopefully it'll come through on poster night. As we remember last Friday night, the combined no-hitter by the Big Six here at Safeco Field. Mariners baseball, first pitch, straight ahead.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by CenturyLink, a different kind of communications company. CenturyLink, your link to what's next. By Banner Bank, better ideas, better banking. and by the Emerald Queen Casino. Get ready for some cowboy rock with Ronnie Dunn July 28th. For tickets, go to emeraldqueen.com. Welcome inside Safeco Field. We're getting you ready for first pitch tonight between the Mariners and the Padres. Erasmo Ramirez on the mound, fresh off his stint in Tacoma. And to break down kind of what feelings he might be experiencing, we bring in two guys working on tonight's broadcast. Mike Blowers in the booth and Bill Kruger out in center field. And Mike, let's start with you. You know, you had a point in your career where you were down in the minors and came back up to the big leagues. What had to happen for you to stay in the big leagues and make the most of it?
Yeah, that's a tough one, Jenna. I think the biggest thing is just confidence and having some success. And I think you're talking about a young man in Ramirez going tonight, just 22 years old. Clearly he's talented. He has a good fastball. His breaking stuff is there. And the other reason why he's here is because he has the ability to throw strikes. Now it's just a matter of going out, having some success and gaining that confidence. A little bit that he was able to go through earlier when he was in the bullpen. Go back down to AAA. Think about what you went through, what the hitters were like, some of the mistakes you made, make those adjustments. Then go out and just try to have some success, because the minute you start having success, that confidence, you'll start to gain it, and that's what it's going to take for this young man to stay here.
Well, it certainly looked like he had some confidence as he went out to take his warm-up pitches. And Bill Kruger, I think the key really is to not let it get too big for him tonight. How does he shrink the stage?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Jen. You know, shrink the field. I think getting those 7 appearances at the beginning of the season and having success, 2.45 ERA, he knows now that he can pitch in the big leagues. Plus, he's going to go out as a starting pitcher, which he's done 80 times in the minor leagues and only walked 74 guys during that time. He's got 5-pitch command. He's in a showcase situation against a team that doesn't swing the bat very good in a big ballpark. I think he's chomping at the bit to get out there, and I think we're going to see the best of him tonight.
And he said it is different than coming into a major league game as a reliever. He is amped up and ready to go. And you know what? We are not going to have to wait long to see Erasmo on the mound. First pitch is just around the corner. Mariners and Padres coming up next.
Doesn't matter how you get here, float plane to Lake Union, just get here to Safeco Field. We got some Major League Baseball on tap for you tonight. This evening, the Mariners try to salvage a game in this series against the San Diego Padres. Here at Safeco Field. Glad you're with us, everybody. Dave Sims, Mike Blowers, and the Root Sports Crew. Cloudy skies, cool temperatures, wind blowing in from left field. Will Venable, first pitch. And his first major league start by Erasmo Ramirez, in there for a called strike one. Ramirez just recalled from Tacoma. A good rising fastball there against Venable. 0-2, 57 degrees, cloudy skies, wind out of the northeast at 4. And swinging a foul tip into Montero's glove. So a great start here for Ramirez. Let's take a look at the rest of the Padres lineup.
Cabrera will follow Venable. Then it's Headley Quinton, the hot hitter for the Padres, hitting .421 with 5 home runs. He will hit cleanup. Then it's Alonso with the solo home run. He was the difference in last night's ball game. Denorfia, Guzman, Baker, and Emerista was thrown out twice by Montero last night trying to steal. I would imagine they'll continue to run. Take a look at the numbers for Ramirez with the Mariners this year when he was pitching out of the bullpen. A fine ERA at a 2.45.
Cabrera got a kick out of talking to both managers. So you weren't getting a lot of knocks. We're going to put the game in motion. Whatever it takes was the unanimous reaction from both Eric Wedge and Bud Black. They were not getting key hits last night. Neither team. They combined to go 0 for 15 runners in scoring position. 0 for 6 for San Diego. The Mariners 0 for 9. And how about this? The team with the fewest home runs in Major League Baseball, the Padres, they win 1-0 on a home run.
Yeah, that was a tough one last night. I think we're going to see the same style of baseball tonight. I think both managers, I know the Padres are going to continue to run. They're second in the National League in stolen bases. So that's a big part of their game. But I think Eric Wedge will do the same thing. I don't see him waiting around for the guys to bunch up hits together. He's going to try to get a lead for Ramirez if he can early in this ball game. Maybe he has to put the game in motion. I think he's willing to take the chances, possibly getting some guys thrown out by trying to push the issue.
Bud Black says there will. Situation calls upon it. I said, well, you lay down a suicide squeeze. He says it's one thing to want to lay it down. It's another one to get somebody who can get it down.
Right.
A lot of variables, he said. Yeah. Oh man, that cleared out some teammates. Nice to have that kind of athletic reaction, be able to laugh about it. Mark Kotze. Yeah. All over Cabrera. Where's the Don Zimmer World War II helmet? Remember that?
About that, yeah.
2-2. Another one fouled back.
Well, I think what we're seeing from Ramirez right now, wanting throwing strikes, that's a good sign. He talked about wanting to pitch down in the zone. Here in the first inning, he's amped up. Last fastball at 95. His fastball has been up so far. I would suspect as he settles into the game, we'll see him start to work at the bottom of the strike zone. But a good fastball at 95 miles an hour.
They got Cabrera 2-2. Foul. Cabrera went 1 for 4 last night. 1-0 win by the Padres. Home run by Yonder Alonso, his second homer of the year.
Good off-speed pitch at 81 miles an hour. That one at the bottom of the zone. You can see it there, the 7th pitch of this at bat. 8th pitch coming up.
Two pitch. He's going to send his teammates back to the clubhouse. There's another guy peeling off the rail.
Well, it's bad news for the Padres right now, but the good sign is it looks like the fastball from Ramirez has a little hop to it.
Yep.
Clearly he's having a tough time trying to time it and get it in play. Another one in on his hands. 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up. But see the different pitches that he throws and the breakdown, the percentages of when he throws them or how often he throws them. He likes his changeup against the left-handers. He will use a couple different fastballs. Obviously, the 4-seam fastball, he'll throw that pitch up in the zone. The 2-seamer is one he wants him to hit on the ground. Occasional cutter.
Again, the 2-2 pitch. Holy mackerel. Richie Ashburn smiling somewhere.
Well, so is Cabrera, finding a way to stay alive. 11th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
They got cover. They're going to use it.
Well, I think Ramirez is doing the right thing. He's in a 2-2 count here, and he just keeps pumping fastballs, and they're challenging him. He certainly doesn't want to walk him, and he hasn't shown like the ability that he's going to square one of them up, so stay after him with the heater.
Ramirez from the third base side of the rubbers got 2-2 again to Cabrera. Time called. Boy, how good is it? Our vantage point. We have a spectacular vantage point here, folks, at Safeco Field to look out. See Franklin Gutierrez in center. That is great. 2-2. Inside. And how about moving Michael Saunders to left? We talk about some max coverage. Saunders was as good as any center fielder in the American League in his first 60-plus games. Goody's crew, the Goody Cuties.
He has to be thrilled to be back.
I'm a little nervous. It's
of course he is. Why wouldn't you be?
That big smile. Saw him in the clubhouse earlier, and there's a walk.
Let's take a look at the defense for the Mariners tonight. In the outfield, we already talked about it. Franklin Gutierrez making his debut this year. He's out in center. Saunders moves over to left. Ichiro in right. And on the infield, Kyle Seager at third. Kawasaki, second start in a row for him at shortstop. Ackley and Smoke on the right side of the infield. Montero really had a good night last night throwing the baseball. Was able to throw out a couple of would-be base stealers. He is behind the plate. Numbers for Ramirez in Tacoma this year, 3-2 record. Only 7 walks, 29 strikeouts.
Like that. The hitters Chase Headley. Practically leads San Diego across the board in offensive categories. A home run and RBI leader. Doubles, total bases, and hits. Walks and strikeouts as well. Ball one. Padres have won the first 2 games of this series. First time this year they've won consecutive road games. For the season, just 8-21 away from San Diego.
Hey, that's great play by Smoke. Ramirez, I'm sure, watching the Padres and getting the scouting report, and that is that they will run. So he tried to be quick on his throw to first. This ball is actually thrown back into the runner, and it bounces, but Smoke's able to pick it cleanly and keep it from going down the right field line.
That's an excellent pick. Well done. Smoke said he's in the weight room, does his usual routine. Got to add a little more oomph, get a couple balls out of here this week. Throw an extra piece of iron on the bar and let it rip.
Well, we saw Cabrera foul off a bunch of pitches, and I think the main reason why is because Ramirez's fastball is up in the zone. A difficult pitch if you're throwing 94, 95 for hitters to catch up to, and so far the first couple of pitches here to Headley, both of them up out of the strike zone. And it was something that he had been talking about, trying to get down in the zone. Again, I'm sure he's excited to be on the mound. Hopefully he'll settle down and start to pitch down in the zone and get these guys to hit the ball on the ground, use his 2-seamer a little bit more.
Runner goes, swung on and fouled back. Well, his concentration down in Tacoma was working down in the zone. You can have a little success pitching up in the zone at AAA as opposed to up here. Yes, no?
Well, I think the difference is what we saw with Cabrera, and that is if his fastball is good enough pitching up, Dave, that he'll probably be able to throw that by a lot of AAA hitters at 95 miles an hour. Up here, they're either going to take it for a ball or they have the ability to foul it off, which is going to run his pitch count up. So I think working down is going to be key for him if he wants to keep his pitch count down. So you see another pitch right there up in the zone.
3-1. Ramirez out of Rivas, Nicaragua. 5'11", 205. Turned 22 on May 2nd. 2011 Nicaraguan Athlete of the Year. Center field, Gutierrez gets his first play of 2012, and it's a successful one, and the fans enjoy watching that. 2 outs.
McDonald's Supermo featuring Franklin Gutierrez. Good to see him out in center field. Routine play for him. In my opinion, he is the best. Nice to see him back out there.
One of my favorite couple of minutes was Mike Scioscia, third trip in last year in August. Who am I going to put on? Here's my Gold Glove ballot. Who am I putting in center field? Gutierrez hasn't played all year. He's the best.
I cannot argue with that. I think he is too. He's the best.
Find out who we eventually did put in center field.
Yeah, I think too. You make a great point. Now you move Saunders over to left field. He was already doing an outstanding job in center. I think automatically, as far as defense goes, he has to be the best defensive left fielder in the American League now because he can play center. And
you usually put your stud in center.
Yeah.
Nitro's still more than holding his own in right field. Good coverage out there.
And the hope is that Franklin can get on track quickly offensively and help this club. He can certainly run and steal some bases, provide a little bit of pop to the lineup. Speaking of pop, Carlos Quentin, he's going to want to be careful with him.
0-1 to Carlos. Driving back is Cabrera. 21 pitches to get through the first three hitters for Ramirez thus far. Aaron's trying to end a 4-game losing streak. It's been a struggle. Only just a $121 runners in scoring position. 224 overall. That's on those numbers for the homestand since coming home and playing the Dodgers and now the Padres. Giants come to town tomorrow. Weekend set Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Congratulations to Matt Cain on throwing a perfect game last night against Houston. A couple of great catches in that ball game. 1-1 to Quentin up high. So not the theme he was looking for to start out in his first major league start. Dangerous hitter here in Quentin. Straight away in deep is how they play him. Time's called.
He's throwing a lot of fastballs. Maybe it's time to mix in a few breaking balls, see if mechanically they can get him back down in the zone. You can see the percentage, 83% fastball so far to start this game off.
Runner goes. No throw by Montero. It was ball 3. Stolen base by Cabrera. He's 9 for 9 on the season.
Take a look at the pitch. It's down in the zone. Comes out of the chute. Oh, he lost the grip on it.
So now runner in scoring position. A 3-1 count to Carlos Quentin. Three and two.
See where that last pitch is, the 5th pitch, a fastball right down the middle. I know Alonso hit the solo home run yesterday, but I think I'd rather go after him with first base open. I don't think I'd challenge him with another fastball right here.
Three-two pitch. Fouled off.
Seven pitches. A lot of those foul balls.
Oh, no doubt about it. I mean, he gets off to a good start. He gets Venable on 3 pitches, and it's been a building pitch count since then. Hector Noesi, they're pitching a nice ball game. Tough loss for him. 3-2. Strike 3 call. Quentin was halfway to first. Paul Emmel said, I don't think so. A lot of pitches thrown by Ramirez. No score. Mariners coming to bat. Ichiro looking to get things going for the Mariners. To see if they can get a win against the San Diego Padres before the Giants come in. Let's take a look at the rest of the batting order, Mike.
Following Ichiro, it will be Dustin Ackley. Then Kyle Seager hits third tonight. Montero had a nice night last night. He will hit cleanup. And then Smoke Saunders has still been outstanding. Man, he's been a hot hitter. He will hit sixth. Jason Franklin Gutierrez is hitting eighth. Good to see him back in the lineup, making his debut here in 2012. Kawasaki making the second start in a row at shortstop and hitting ninth. Numbers for Volquez on the year. The only thing you have to look at is 43 walks in 76 innings. So the Mariners show some patience early. Opponent's average against is good at 231, but he will put some base runners on.
Can't remember the last time we saw a number like that for a starter. Volquez, Tommy John surgery back in 09. Used to be with Texas, then to Cincinnati with Dusty Baker and Company, now here with San Diego. Ball one to Ichiro. Ichiro last night 1 for 5. Mariners with 8 hits last night, stranding 10. And that 1-0 loss. Tough break the ball game. Bounce off in the face. Pretty tough.
Volquez has good stuff. His fastball will be around 94 miles an hour. Will use his changeup effectively. A lot of curveballs from him.
Ichiro's 3 for 10 against Volquez. Out of the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. 1-1 to Ichiro. Fouled into the glove of catcher John Baker. Home plate umpire Paul Emmel. Scott Barry at first, Jerry Mills at second, and Gary Darling at third. Mariners saw quite Edison Volquez when he was with Texas back in 07.
Watch it. First look at the curveball, left it up in the middle of the plate.
Volquez became a pro with the Rangers in 07. They did in 03, big punters. A ground ball to Emerista. He was a late addition as Logan Forsythe with a scratch at about 6:30 tonight, 6:15-ish. Take a look at the Padre defense.
Bobbled that, was able to stay with the play. Take a look at the rest of the defense for the Padres in the outfield. Will Venable can go get it in center field. The Norbia, strong throwing arm in right. In on the infield, Headley at third. Cabrera and Amarista up the middle. Alonso, he's the difference in the game last night with his solo home run, and then John Baker, the backup catcher, will be behind the plate tonight.
There's Dustin Ackley. 0 for 4 last night. Good pitch.
Good changeup, 83 miles an hour.
Ackley trying to break an 0 for 7. 3 for 16 on the homestand. Arista gets another try. 2 outs. Gonna bring up Kyle Seager. 4 for 3 last night. 2 for 15 on this homestand. Ramirez threw 28 pitches to 4 batters. Here's Volquez in pretty good shape. 2 quick outs. Kyle with a walk, couple of ground outs, and a hard liner to short last evening. Red is good in that power zone look.
Good fastball from Volquez at 95 miles an hour. Pitches, half of them is fastball. A couple of curveballs and changeups.
2-2 to Kyle. Full count. Jesus Montero is on deck. Swing and a miss. Paul Emma holding up to 2-2. Now the count's full. Mariners lost the first game to these Padres a couple of nights ago, 5-4. Late rally came up short. Lost it. First base runner for the Mariners. And bring up Jesus Montero.
Talking about the walks from Volquez as he walks Kyle Seager. I thought that last pitch should tell Mariners a lot. And that is he's not going to give in to the hitters. That was a 3-2 changeup with 2 outs and nobody on. So they're going to have to realize he will mix it up the entire game regardless of the situation.
You see that last night, Kane? I think at the 7th, 2 outs, there were 3-2 changeup.
No, I didn't see that.
That took a lot of you know what.
I saw the great catch by the center fielder. And then I like the last out to the third base.
Double clutch.
Yeah.
Didn't it have airmail written all over it, too?
It did. I was happy for the kid.
Way upstairs. That play that was made in the outfield, the diving catch.
Yeah.
Right fielder was shaded way to the right side. So he's running hard to cut off that triples gap. They had already placed him there, so it worked out well for him because of the normal.
Great.
Because that's at least 2. Nice step by Montero. 3 hits, threw out a couple of men trying to steal last night. Montero with a base hit to center, 1 to left, and 1 to right, so spread it around. Eric Wedge, well aware of the big split in the numbers. Mariners batting average at home or on the road. Said it's going to come around. Hang in there. 199 at home, 257 on the road.
See the power zone for Jesus Montero. Anything up and in the middle of the plate, he handles in good shape, which is where the last pitch was. Had a good swing at it, just fouled it off. Good fastball from Volquez at 95.
Two 2-1 count. Alonso takes care of it, and he'll go to the bag. 3rd out for the Mariners. No runs, no hits, no runs, and a man left. To the 2nd inning, we go in a scoreless game. here at Safeco Field. Mariners getting ready for Game 3 against the San Diego Padres. Right now is your chance to ask the booth anything you want. Tweet your questions to @RootsSports_NW. We're going to answer some of those later on during the course of the game. Busy doings downtown here. And Soto, actually, the barbecue on the left. Boy, they're just getting it done, huh? Look at that. Look at that smoke. That's great. Segway going by. They're honoring somebody. I just don't know who it is. It's got to be some kind of tribute. But if Duck drops down, say the magic word, and get $50. That was in the old days. That's $500 for you now, pal. But back in those days, $50 was a big deal on TV with Groucho Marx. You bet your life. Alonso leads it off. Remember, with his second homer of the year, turned out to be the gamer. Led off the 7th inning, home run against the West.
Good change up, Ramirez. He's going to need a couple of quick innings. There are 28 pitches in the first. Hopefully, he can get a couple of quick outs.
Montero takes charge too late, and that split the difference. And Alonso's not a burner getting down the line. The guy could get to it in time.
I think you're right. I think it's right in between both of them as Montero comes out from behind the plate. Ramirez falling off to the left side of the mound, not able to get there in time. Be a base hit for Alonso.
Alonso, as we mentioned, not a burner, but he'll give it a go. He's 2 for 2. Base stealer. Chris Denorfia is the hitter. He's some right field.
He's been a hot hitter for the Padres. He has a 6-game hitting streak, hitting .409 over that time. He also has 3 triples on the year, 10 doubles.
Came in as a pinch runner last night. Infield double play depth. 2-0. You hear Kawasaki talking it up in the background. I don't know what he said, but it sounded cheerful. It sounded uplifting. There's a strike. The emotions that he must be going through, Rasmo Ramirez. Battles back to 2-2. Chris Denorfia, who's in his 3rd year with San Diego, has been with Cincinnati and Oakland. 2-2. Reached out. Gutierrez glides over. Got it covered. Makes the catch. One down here in San Diego's 2nd. This year, the Mariners are proud to induct Randy Johnson and Dan Wilson into the Mariners Hall of Fame. We want you to share in the celebration. Join Jay Buhner, Alvin Davis, Edgar Martinez, and other special guests for the Hall of Fame luncheon. It's Friday, July 27th, right here at Safeco Field. It's an on-field luncheon. It's going to be filled with great moments from the memorable careers of Randy and Dan, so make sure you join us. Go to mariners.com/HOF. Big rally in Occidental, Sonics rally. Heard it was a great turnout. And I hope they get what they want, what we all want. Get the NBA back in Seattle. Always one of my favorite stops when I was covering the Knicks and the Nets a long time ago. Hard to believe. No NBA here anymore. Popped it up.
What do you think has it, Dave?
2 down.
We could hear him up here in the booth.
He's learning. His English is picking up quickly. I'm standing by the whiteboard and looking at the lineup, and he comes in. Hi, how are you? Listen up.
Great. That's the way you do it.
A nice, short, simple, declarative statement. I got it. 2 down. It brings up John Baker. Backup catcher. Nick Hundley does most of the work. Baker playing in his 23rd game.
Just 71 at bats on the year for him.
It's like he's settling down a little bit. Two balls, 1 strike. Fly ball, center field. Backs up Gutierrez. Easy catch. Goody's had 3 plays in the first 2 innings. No score here at Safeco Field. When we come back, Smoke, Saunders, and Jaso. American flag adopted on this date in 1777, and the hottest June on record. It's going to roll on here at Safeco Field this weekend. Boys from the Bay are in town. The San Francisco Giants, Tim Lincecum, the 2010 champions. They get here tomorrow night, take on Felix Ichiro and the Mariners. Big 3-game series, so get your tickets to see the Giants and the Mariners at mariners.com. They bring some really good pitching with them.
Yeah, things are not going to get easier for the Mariners. You take a look at Vogelsong. Has been great this year with that ERA. Lincecum off to a slow start, but a couple of Cy Young awards. He's a quality pitcher. And then Bumgarner has pitched well also. So the guys offensively have their work cut out for them for the remainder of the homestand.
3rd best ERA in the National League. The Giants behind Washington and the Dodgers. Justin Smoke leads it off. Smoke to be followed by Saunders and Jaso. Saunders, the club leading hitter, is up next. Makes a strike. Smoked last night, 0 for 3. Walk, a strikeout, and another bomb deep to center field. It stayed in the yard, and another fly ball to center. This one popped up. Third baseman Headley taking control. One out.
Go, Michael.
One of the great stories, certainly with this ball club or anywhere in the American League, Michael Saunders' emergence now as the team's leading hitter at 282 entering today with 7 homers and 22 runs batted in. Leads the club in total bases and doubles and stolen bases.
I think his RBI total is going to start climbing too now that he's moved up in the lineup. Give him an opportunity to drive in some runs.
One, two.
Good curveball from Volquez.
Oh, 2 pitch coming. Outside. Six for 18 on this homestand for Michael Saunders. First time he's seeing Volquez. That is a big gold necklace. I know from talking to Brendan Ryan, the one he got from Albert Pujols, which is the little brother, the one that Albert wears. That looks at least as heavy as Albert's. Gotta be a pound. You can hurt yourself with that thing. Flopping around, man. I'm old school. Don't need it. Likes all the straps hanging out of his glove too. Interesting. Pitch outside.
Kind of what we expected from Volquez. He's all over the place. Really hasn't had great command of his pitches. He's mixing it up, but his command just hasn't been there.
Fouled off by Saunders.
Another one of the areas that Michael has improved on. When he gets behind the count, he seems to be fouling pitches off and hanging in there. Doesn't always work out for him, but he's giving himself a chance.
High heat beats him there. 2 down. First strikeout for Volquez.
Well, this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Volquez climbs the ladder, throws a high fastball that Michael's not able to lay off of. Not happy with himself. Probably chased a ball.
2 outs brings up John Jaso. Strike 1 to John. Volquez has not won a ball game since May 12th. Beat Philly at Philly, going 6 innings. Since then, 3 straight losses and no decision, and another loss. 0-2 to Jaso. DH yesterday. 1-0 for 3. Two. That'll be a base hit. Down the line. Jaso out of the box hard. Right fielder Denarfia throws behind him. And that tag just missed Jaso.
I think if Alonso had been a little bit closer to first base, he might have been able to get him. Take a look at the throw by DeNorfia. He stepped like he was just going to throw it into second. Jaso hustling and making a big turn. If you take another look at Alonso, you can see how far away from the bag he is and just misses him on the tag.
Well, making his 2012 debut in the batter's box, Franklin Gutierrez. Good to see him. Coming off 2011 campaign, 92 games, hit 224 with 1 homer. 19 runs batted in. Oh!
You can tell where that hit him. Hopefully it hit him up around his elbow. He has that pad on. It looks like he is okay, but you certainly don't want to get hit on the hand right away.
Not what he had in mind for his first AB.
Look at our McDonald's Supermo and where this hits him. Right off the bicep, maybe a piece of the tricep. I guess if you're going to get hit, that's about as good a place as to get hit. Mariners have their first runner in scoring position now with Jaso moving down to second.
Brings up Munenori Kawasaki. They went 1 for 4 last night with a stolen base. And Ryan getting another night off. Going back to shortstop Cabrera. Good range. Makes the play in fair territory. That'll do it. Couple of men on, couple of men stranded. Third inning in front of us in a scoreless ball game. Away center field. One of the great social outposts in the great city of Seattle. Watching some Mariner baseball tonight. No score. Third inning against the Padres. Erasmo Ramirez will face Alexi Amarista. Second baseman. Amarista, late addition to the lineup. Logan Forsythe was scratched about within the hour of first pitch.
Amarista 2 for 3 last night. Montero was able to throw him out twice. He tried to steal second base on 2 occasions. Montero had a really good night throwing the baseball.
2 good throws. Tailed right back into the runner. Montero 2 out of 4 against base stealers last night. 1-1. No play. Ramirez got up to the good start with Venable, struck him out of 3 pitches, then labored, wound up throwing 28 pitches in the first inning. We got a few things sorted out since then. Saunders towards the line. Makes the catch. Got some good defense out there. 1 down. Let's see what Angie Mentek is up to. Angie?
Guys, a day after falling victim to Matt Cain and the perfect game, the Astros try to bounce back against the San Francisco Giants, the team the Mariners will play next. In the top of the third of this one, Astros up 1-0 after Barry Zito walks 3 consecutive batters to load the bases. J.D. Martinez made him pay with a bomb deep to left field. That's his first grand slam of the career. Houston wins 6-3, and the Giants come to Safeco on a losing note. It's our Sterling Banks score. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Here is Will Venable back to the top of the order. Giants lose. They lose some foul back. Lose a half game to the Dodgers, who are off today. So the Giants are 4 back of LA. Ramirez says Venable 0-2, second time.
It's a good 0-2 pitch, change up off the plate away. Again, throwing a lot of fastballs, 80% fastballs. That's not unusual for Ramirez.
The 0-2. Bouncing ball to Hackley. And Scarrett goes to smoke. 2 outs here in the third. Make sure you celebrate Father's Day right here at Safeco Field this Sunday. Mariners and the Giants will be playing. And you can give Dad the gift of great baseball and a great giveaway. He takes home a Mariners reversible fishing cap. It's free to the first 10,000 dads thanks to Trader Joe's. Get your tickets, Mariners.com. Reel them in. Cabrera walked and stole a base. Long at bat.
Fouled off a lot of pitches. That's one of the reasons, the main reason why Ramirez's pitch count is up. A lot of high fastballs. And Cabrera wasn't able to get to him other than to just keep spoiling pitches and fouling them back. Eventually, he worked a walk.
13 pitch at bat. 0-2.
See all the pitches in his last at bat, eventually walking with a pitch up and away.
Swing and a miss. He pulls a string on him there. 80 miles an hour strikes out Cabrera. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ramirez, who's retired his last 6 men. No score here at Safeco. No score between the Padres and the Mariners. Mariners trying to get a win here, salvage the series. They've lost 5-4 and 1-0. So the Padres, who put together consecutive road wins for the first time this year. Here's Ichiro to lead it off in the third. He grounded out the second. First time up. Right to that pitch. It's off the plate. Ball one to Ichiro. Ichiro, Ackley, and Seager, top of the order for the Mariners.
Talk about some of the struggles of the Mariners here at home. I think one of the things that can really help them, Dave, is to get Ichiro and Ackley on track at the same time. Get the two guys at the top of your order that can run and get them going, trying to cause some havoc and maybe get the other guys some good pitches behind them.
Flipped in the left field. Backing up to make the play, Jesus Guzman. Makes the catch. Angie Mentink, what do you have?
Well, Groucho Marx once said, guys, that a child of 5 could understand this. So someone go fetch me a child of 5. That was kind of like me. You guys saw the guys with nose and glasses on, and we wanted to know what was the story behind it. I went and I found out. Here is the scoop. They all work together, and they're in the dental industry. They've been at a convention all day long, and they needed to bring it up a notch. So it's time to have a good time, and that's the story behind the nose and glasses, guys.
Yeah, but who's playing George Fenneman? 0-1 to Ackley. That's great lines by Groucho Marx in that show back in the mid-50s. That's one of those things, folks, you want to go back and YouTube those babies when you need a late moment. 1-1 to Ackley, and there for strike. Like what Wade said about the big disparity, batting average at home compared to the road for the Mariners. Next pitch bounced up there. Says, I want to make sure they're as confident coming to the ballpark at home as they are on the road. Hopefully that thing, he's been through this before, rebuilding a Cleveland club years ago. Not always easy.
No, but I think the one thing that the Mariners have is some speed in their lineup. And I think that is something that can certainly help them on the offensive side. Unfortunately,
you got to get them on first.
You have to get them on. That's right. Yeah. So hopefully the guys at the top of the order can get things figured out and get on base more often to create some problems and some holes in the infield.
Foul off again. Mariners entering tonight 199, batting average at home 257 on the road.
45 pitches for Volquez.
Work the full count. Ackley grounded out the second, first at bat. Change up, hooked in the left field. Guzman there for the play. So 2 down. Here in the third, we check out Century Lake. High speed pitch from Volquez and Ramirez, both at 95. Volquez cleaned it up since that picture was taken.
See what Kyle Seager can do. Kyle ended up walking in his first at bat. He's able to see all the pitches from Volquez. Good change up to start him. I like that swing from Kyle, though. Going up there, if he gets the first pitch fastball, try to do something with it. An aggressive hack from him. It's a change up. He missed it. Now go to work.
That's a good pitch. Quality pitch by Volquez. 0-2 to Seager. Play him straight away. Not too deep. A couple steps to the left for Venable. Second field. 2 2/3 Volquez, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, 1 hit batter. Giving up 1 hit. It's Jason. Base hits right in the second inning. Let's talk to Baker.
Get hot, baby!
It's good to make sure you're both on that same page. But if I were giving out the Daisuke Matsuzako Award tonight, he would get it. 1-2 pitch.
What?
IE, let's go already.
Take a look at his pitches that he's thrown in the game. Sinkers, mixing in his curveball and changeup.
2-2. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Volquez. 1-2-3. Down go the Mariners in the third. No score. Come out sometimes. A great place to hang out, watch some baseball. We check in with our AT&T trivia question. Who is the starting pitcher in the first combined no-hitter? George Herman, Babe Ruth. Steve Barber, fine pitcher with the Baltimore Orioles. Vital Blue and Denton Truth Cy Young. I'm going with Mr. Ruth. We'll go with him.
Well, I think somebody told me one time in baseball trivia, if somebody asked you the question, the answer is typically Babe Ruth
or
Vida Blue. Vida Blue.
Right.
So Curtis goes ahead and throws them both in there on us, but I'm going to go with you. I think it is Babe Ruth.
T. Norza, who used to be the Players Association Chief General Counsel, used to tell me that all the time. We used to have trivia contests at WNBC Radio. When in doubt, go with Babe Ruth and Vida Blue, man. And it's unbelievable. Ramirez 1-1 to lead off man. Headley gets him to bounce the smoke. Ramirez does his job. 1 out.
I think if I remember correctly, it's kind of an interesting question too, because I believe that Babe Ruth started that no-hitter, didn't record an out.
I think he walked the first man, beefed at the umpire. Umpire ran him. Next guy came in. I
believe that's correct.
Yep. For your baseball entertainment, go back and look at Babe Ruth's pitching numbers. They were Astounding. So the fans are riding with us. Here's Carlos Quentin. Back in the Chicago days, thanks to Darren Jackson, does radio, White Sox. Carlos Quentin. Well hit to right field, backing up Ichiro on the track. He's there, makes the catch. Eight in a row retired by Ramirez. Yonder Alonso. Got the only hit. Swinging bunt leading off the second on a 1-2 pitch.
Looked like he cued a changeup off the end of the bat. Sent it out into no man's land on the infield and ended up with a hit. After the first inning, Ramirez throwing 28 pitches. He's starting to settle in. Kind of what you were hoping to see. Figured he'd be amped up in the first. A lot of high fastballs from him. Still throwing a number of fastballs up in the zone, but
good pitch, 0-2.
Yeah, starting to help his pitch count out. 61 pitches now for him.
Alonso coming over from Cincinnati in the Matt Latos deal. The 0-2 fouled off. Oh, guy just did a header. Diving for the ball out left field. Beer in left hand. Laid splat across 2 rows.
Did he come up with it, though?
I don't think so, and if he did, it's one of the better catches you'll ever see. Bouncing ball to Ackley. A fine performance by Ramirez as he's retired 9 in a row. Look at this effort. Lay it out, lay it out. Oh, baby. There goes $12 down the drain.
The bottom of the 4th inning. Arizona Diamondbacks, meantime, trying to avoid the sweep at the hands of the AL West leading Texas Rangers. Top of the second of this one, Rangers up 1-0. That's when Jason Kubel gives the Diamondbacks a 1-run lead with a 2-run shot into right center. That's his 7th of the season. D-backs all over the Rangers, and they avoid the sweep 11-3. Gentlemen.
All right, Angie, thank you. Here's Jesus Montero leading off. Here in the bottom of the 4th against Edison Volquez. Rounded out the first. Previous at bat. Count evens at 1-1.
Volquez has shown a good fastball tonight. He's topped out at 95. He's anywhere from 93 to 94 consistently. But he's thrown more off-speed pitches to the Mariners, not as many fastballs. Usual.
Amarista gobbles it up, throws out Montero. One out. Well, good news, we went to break at the half inning. And young man, he's got one less beer to consume, but he's okay. As he made a diving effort across a couple of rows, trying to get that foul ball, and came up empty. Looks like he's having a good time.
People around him are still laughing about it.
Immortalized on videotape. Strike one to Smoke. Popped up to third. 3-1 pitch, first time up. All in the zone there. The guy right there with the red bill on his cap, he came up with the baseball after all that. Trip well worth it for those three gents. 1-1 here to Smoke. One and two. It's a good breaking ball.
Look at his numbers. It's only 45% fastballs. The rest is that curveball and his changeup.
1-2. Got him the fish. Baker can't find it. Throws down to Alonso. 2 outs. Third strikeout. Volquez. He is pitching totally against the grain and succeeding nicely.
I think probably on most nights we see pitchers that are right around 65, 60, 65% fastballs. He's at 44% fastballs. Curveballs and changeups. So yeah, I would agree with that.
Three strikeouts, 1 walk, and it goes against the grain of what we saw last week. Some of the guys the Mariners have faced. Billingsley was big on the fastball. Richards with the Angels.
Fastball's up.
Yeah. And the kid the other night, Clayton Richard, had a pretty good fastball 2 nights ago. Saunders, the hitter, struck out in a 2-2 pitch.
Changeup.
Yep, 2-1.
You just felt like, and I mentioned it when Kyle Seager walked in the first inning with 2 outs and nobody on, he threw him a 3-2 changeup. Just felt like he's going to throw a lot of off-speed pitches. And he has such good arm action on him.
Yeah, baby! Hit pretty well left field, backing up Guzman on the track, makes the catch. A 1-2-3 inning for Volquez, who's retired the last 7 in a row in this scoreless ball game. Transitioning from center field to left field, which brings us to our Ask Mike question for this evening from Aaron T5, who asks good questions on a nightly basis. What adjustments would an outfielder like Saunders have to make transitioning from center field to left field?
Well, I think first the obvious one is he is no longer in charge out there. Franklin Gutierrez in center field. He's the one that takes charge of any of the fly balls. So if Franklin is calling it, Michael will have to give way with the first 2.5 months of the season. Michael's been the one that has taken charge out there. And then I think the other thing is on a hitter, if a right-hander hits the ball out to left, it's going to hook a little bit more lefties. It'll slice away from Michael. And we've already seen him make a fine running catch up against the wall down the foul line, which is kind of sticks out really close. This ball hit back up the middle. It'll be a base hit.
Not many people beyond Brendan Ryan can make that play.
Right, but I think for Michael making the adjustment and knowing where the wall is and still being able to make the catch is an adjustment that he'll have to make. Now, he's played a lot of left field in his career, but typically when you move over, those are just a couple of the things that you're going to have to pay attention to.
Just the second San Diego hit. And that's the farthest of the two. The first one, a swinging bunt by Alonso, leading off the second. Melton just got out maybe a step or two in the outfield. Here's Jesus Guzman, the left fielder. He popped up to the shortstop. Runner goes. Great jump. Swung on and fouled back.
Hit and run. Again, a high fastball from Ramirez that Guzman was not able to get on top of. But it looked like he was trying to shoot that ball into right field, hit behind the runner.
Mariners tonight with one hit. 2 base runners total. Make that 3 count the hit, batter, and the walk. Ramirez, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, giving up 2 hits. Hello. 1-2 to Guzman.
See Volquez and Ramirez through 4 innings, just the 4 innings, the first 4 innings of the game. Pitch counts right there at 63. Great job by Ramirez to get his back in shape. He was high, again, 28 pitches in the first, but has settled down and started to pitch well. 3 strikeouts and 1 walk for each of them.
Been in 1-2. Mr. Guzman celebrating his 28th birthday today. He's out of Sucre, Venezuela. Infielded double play depth. 1-2 count coming to Guzman. Line drive out of the reach of Ackley. Northfield will hold at second. And the Padres building something here in the 5th. Fans, be sure to check out the all-new Root Sports Game Connect, interactive second screen experience, bringing fans closer to the game with live stats, trends, and analysis. Root Sports Game Connect. Connect now at rootsports.com. Once in order here with John Baker, the catcher, runners at first and second. Not a lot of offense going on. 2 pitchers controlling action.
Good speed on the bases for the Padres. Kyle Seager playing even with the bag at third. Aaron's expecting a bunt.
23 successful bunts for San Diego. Padres ranked 9th in the National League in that department. Swing it away. Strike 1. Baker with no sacrifices this season.
Still doesn't mean he's not going to try it. Sometimes the manager will give a hitter one strike to try to do something, and if he fouls off like Baker did, then they might put the bunt on. So as an infielder, you have to be aware that it could still happen.
Baker's got 4 career sacrifices in the major leagues, 9 in the minors. Shortens up. Speed pitch outside.
Ramirez right around 80% with his fastballs, a 2-seamer and 4-seamer that he has thrown tonight.
Showing bunt all the way here. Gets it down to the third base. Nobody covers. Everybody safe. Bases loaded.
Yeah, that is a mistake. Ramirez, knowing that the bunter is showing bunt and is going to bunt, I think Kyle assumed he would get off the mound in better shape, wanted to give him a chance to make the play. Take a look at the bunt. Ramirez is bunted firmly, so he lets it go, but Kyle unfortunately goes back to third. That's a read by the third baseman. He has to make a quick read and decide what he's going to do. And unfortunately, Kyle made the wrong one that time, went back to the bag when the ball was bunted by the pitcher. Now you have a lot of trouble with nobody out and the bases loaded.
Mariners got out of a similar situation in the 9th inning with Brandon League in the ball game. They got away out of that inning with no runs, and they need to do it again here. Fouled back by Amarista. Great opportunity for San Diego. Mariners trying to shut them down. Padres as a team hitting 189, bases loaded. Down the line, hooking, foul.
Ramirez now in good shape to try to get the strikeout and help himself out, ahead in the count 0-2. Wouldn't be surprised if he tried to either elevate a fastball or throw a changeup or two off the plate away. Amarista, you can see he likes the ball away.
Last night the Mariners got out of the bases loaded situation in the 9th. No outs with a strikeout looking and a 5-2-3 double play. 0-2 pitch. Three straight hits by San Diego. Gives them 4 on the night. Trying to make something happen. 0-2 to Amarista. Line drive. Kawasaki made the catch. Hey now. Great timing by Kawasaki getting up that ladder. Put a little chocolate on that ice cream cone.
I don't think he had another rung to go to on that ladder either. As he goes up, there's a line drive. As Dave mentioned, timed it perfectly. You can see it right at the end of the webbing of his glove, but able to hang on to it.
Oh, boy.
Nice break for the man. Nice break for the Mariners and Ramirez. But and a good play by Kawasaki. Excellent timing.
Top of the order, Venable. Strikeout and a ground out to second. Play ball. Oh, really got stung. That's trouble. Right field, base hit. Scoring is DeNorfia. Guzman held at third. 1-0 San Diego. Venable with an RBI is 15th.
Ramirez going with a fastball inside, actually jams him, and it's a soft line drive into right field. We'll just one out. They decided to hold up the runner going for second, with Ichiro throwing the ball back in, and that'll bring out Carl Willis to the mound. Good speed with Guzman at third. Cabrera, he's already shown that he can handle the bat. Dave, you mentioned something about talking to Buddy Black about a squeeze.
You know it.
I want to be aware of that in this situation. A lot of times the managers like to put it on where they feel like they have a chance to surprise the opposing team.
One of his better hitters. Cabrera's got one sacrifice on the season. They've not exactly been playing pinball with the hits here tonight, so it wouldn't be a shocker. Well, we said so much has to go right. Got to make sure everybody's got the sign. Got to make sure the runner at third doesn't commit too soon. And of course, the batter's got to get the ball down. Fouled into Montero's glove. Strike one. A walk, stolen base in the first inning. A 13 pitch at bat. Look at that. That was a first at bat. The second at bat, he struck out. Had him on 3 pitches. Now Kawasaki, leaping play he made, maybe hoping keeping this damage to a minimum. 0-2 now to Cabrera.
Defensively, the Mariners playing him straight up. Franklin Gutierrez straight away in center. Saunders shading towards the line a little bit in left field. Everybody else straight up.
Long look by Ramirez. He's got an 0-2 count to Cabrera. Bases loaded, 1 out, a run in. We'll hold up.
Good pitch. See if you can get him to chase one up out of the zone.
It's the third time this season Cabrera has been up with the bases loaded. It's 0 for 2. Evens at 2-2.
Eighty pitches now for Ramirez. Continues to throw strikes. 58 strikes out of the 80 pitches he's thrown.
2-2 to Cabrera. And Montero thought he had one, so to Ramirez. Count is run full.
Yeah, last pitch, good changeup, but it was just off the plate. Well, nowhere to put him, so we'll find out what you're made of now. I imagine he'll challenge him with a fastball.
3 straight hits, a hard line drive by Amarista, RBI by Venable. Now this, 3-2 with the bases loaded, 1 out. Pitch to Cabrera. Hit on the ground, Seager. There's one to Ackley. Scoop, missed. 1 run scores. Here comes a second run.
I think it actually went into the camera well and then bounced back out. And that's exactly what happened.
Guzman scored. Coming around, Baker. Fielder's choice. 5-4. Venables erased. Didn't go in. It hit off that bottom rung.
I thought from what I saw from up here that it did go in and bounce back out.
That view right there looked like it hit the bottom rung. Three and a board. Here's Headley. Runner at second. Time called.
Take another look at it. Gets by Smoke.
Home. Still in front.
Oh,
Still
yeah,
in front.
exactly. See, from where we're sitting, I thought it actually hit off of the camera and came back in. I think maybe that's what the umpire saw.
Yep.
So that's a huge break for the Padres.
Let's see if it hits the camera. Take another look right here. First base umpire Scott Barry.
It did. It looked like it hit off the top, hit the camera, and then came back into play. And the umpires ended up getting it right.
Runner at second, Cabrera. This one fouled back. Seventh man to the plate here.
Meantime, we were talking about Ramirez and getting his pitch count back in order, and now he's had to throw a bunch of pitches again here, up to 83 now.
Tough hitter here in Headley. Inside. Three runs, 5 hits, no errors for San Diego. No runs, a hit, and an error for the Mariners. Two to one. Long look. Both pitchers really slow pace. 2-1. Ball behind the bag by Denarf. Base hit to right by Guzman. Baker lays down a bunt. That loaded him up. Now he's 3-1 here. To Headley. He's their most dangerous hitter.
The 24th pitch of the inning coming up from Ramirez as Quentin waits on deck.
The 3-1 pitch. Center field. Gutierrez puts it away, no problem. Damage done though by San Diego as they get 3 runs on 4 hits and a Mariner error and leave a man 3-0 San Diego. tonight, the finale of this 3-game series. San Diego's taken the first 2. It's the first time San Diego's won consecutive road games. Trying to make it 3. Mariners need an answer here as we go to the bottom of the 5th. Jaso, Gutierrez, and Kawasaki. Strike 1 to Jaso. He's got the Mariners' only hit. A 2-out single to right in the 2nd inning. So what's the mystery they have to solve here?
I think right now you basically have to take what he's giving you, and that is you have to stay back and try to hit him the other way. The problem with that, Dave, and what makes it difficult as a hitter, is he has a good enough fastball to try to keep you honest, and you always have that in the back of your mind. So he's going to try to get you to get out there, and that's when his changeup and his slow curveball are going to be more effective. So it's a difficult thing, and if you look at his overall numbers, Volquez's numbers, opponent's only hitting 230 off of him. Where he gets into trouble is he walks batters. And he really hasn't had a big issue with that tonight. He's been behind at times, and he's been able to get himself back into counts because of his off-speed pitches. He's not challenging him with his fastball, which is what the Mariners are expecting him to do, and he's just not going to do it.
3 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batter, giving up 1 hit.
That may change now that he has a lead, a 3-0 lead. He may be more aggressive with his fastball. There's a good fastball, and he walked 1.
Lead off walk to Jaso. 2nd walk this evening. Let's check in with Angie Mente.
Guys, Cubs and Tigers were wrapping up their 3-game set today, and it seems like every single time Justin Verlander steps onto the mound, he's flirting with something fantastic. He shut down the Cubs today in 8 strong innings pitched. Verlander only allows 5 hits, 2 runs, struck out 8. Earning his first win in a month. He also had some help from his offense. In the 9th, Austin Jackson hits a 2-run shot into left field, his 7th of the year, and the Tigers take this one 5-3. Gentlemen?
All right, Angie, thank you. Tigers started the day 5 games back behind Chicago in the Central Division. White Sox, that is. Gutierrez, his 2nd at-bat, first plate appearance. He was hit in the left bicep area. First appearance in 2012.
Steve Baker going out to the mound trying to remind him, you guys just gave you a lead. You might want to be a little more aggressive in the strike zone. His splits are not good. 69 pitches, 39 strikes, 30 balls. First pitch strikes to just 7 of the first 17 batters he has faced.
One-0 to Goody. High pop. Headley found it. Nice job. Went back, took an interesting angle and stayed with it. Came back to him, 1 out. Here's Kawasaki. Popped up to short. Prior to that walk to Jaso, Volquez had retired 7 consecutive hitters. Headley's in at third baseman. There's a strike. No advance. Volquez, as you mentioned, walks a lot of guys, and he also has the lowest run support average in the big leagues, 2.01. Topping the list with Anibal Sanchez, Cliff Lee, Bronson Arroyo, and Justin Masterson. But Black, hoping this guy can throw strikes here. There's a bunt laid down, it's foul. Count it 1-2. Kawasaki goes fishing, comes up empty. 2 outs. 2 down here in the 5th and 4th strikeout for Volquez. Spend less on your commute. More time relaxing with Sound Transit. Visit soundtransit.org for details. Drop the order in Ichiro. He's 0 for 2. Round out the second. Fly to left. All 1. So Amy in her usual place for every Mariner game. Turn it over. With a hit by Ichiro. Oh, that's a fine play by Amarista. Robs Ichiro of a base hit, and the Mariners are turned away in the 5th inning on that nice diving grab of a hot smash by Ichiro. San Diego's got a 3-0 lead through 5.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now with Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club Combo for just $4.99 plus tax. By Ford, we are local. By Northern Quest Casino, Spokane's newest destination resort. And by Columbia Pictures movie That's My Boys, starring Adam Sandler and Andy Samberg, in theaters June 15th. I guess it's just in time for Father's Day. Guys, back to you.
Angie, thank you very much. There's a fine play by Amarista, timed well. We've seen him make a nice play like that with the snow cone effect, and same with Kawasaki.
And for Ramirez, going to try to get one more inning out of him. He's closing in on 90 pitches, 88 for the game, 61 strikes. Iwakuma getting loose in the Mariner pit.
Tough hitter here, Quentin. Line drive, base hit. Carlos Quentin. 6th hit for San Diego.
It's an off-speed pitch out in front of it. Hits it off the end of the bat. Soft line drive into left field for a base hit.
Iwakuma has been really good coming out of the pen, the long relief. Pitch number 94, Ramirez coming up. There's another line drive center field. Gutierrez has to play it on the hop. Padres building an inning here in the 6th.
They have some good speed. And Denorfia coming to the plate. Denorfia with a base hit. He is 1 for 2 and scored a run.
Consecutive innings getting the first 2 men aboard with base hits.
can do a little better job defending the bunt play this time.
Kuma warming up quickly. Nobody out. Miners at first and second. Ball one. Mariners need to hold the fort here, San Diego. There's 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs. Last inning plus 6 hits and 3 runs. Who knows? Flip side, Mariners are being 1 hit through 5 by Edison Volquez. 2-0 the count. Well stroked left field. Saunders not going to be able to get that one. Quentin, he's around third. He's going to score. Digging for third and getting a stop sign is Alonso. RBI double Denorfia. 4-0 San Diego lead for Chris. His 9th RBI, 11th double of the season.
And Ramirez falling behind in the count. Serves up a 2-0 fastball, 93 miles an hour, middle of the plate. Denorfia able to split the gap out in left center field. That'll bring out Eric Wedge.
So that'll do it for Ramirez in his first big league start. He'll leave with a 4-0 deficit and the 2 runners on base, his responsibility here at Safeco Field. For another San Diego, he's the starting pitcher in the first combined no-hitter. Fans went with Babe Ruth, as did Mike and I. Survey says GH Babe Ruth. He was ejected. He walked the first batter. Ernie Shore came on to relief. The base runner was caught stealing. Shore retired the next 26 batters. Ruth, after walking that first batter, obviously had a beef with the umpire tonight. Umpire said, "Get out of here." Told the catcher also his run from that ball game. That was your first combined no-no. They redid the records. That game was originally tabbed as a perfect game.
Well, as Dave mentioned, Iwakuma has pitched much better out of the bullpen. You look at his numbers: 18 strikeouts in the 19 innings that he, or the 22 innings that he has pitched. Opponent's average just 235, so that number's been getting better for him. Really done an excellent job of mixing up his pitches. His fastball will be around 91, but velocity-wise, he can get it down in the low 70s at times with his changeup and slow curveball.
San Diego's still in business. They've got Runner at second. They've got DeNorfia there and Alonso at third. The hitter now is going to be Jesus Guzman.
Mariners will shorten up the infielders. Alonso doesn't run well, so they don't have to come all the way in on the grass, but they're going to try to make the play at the plate if Alonso decides to go. I doubt that he will with nobody out.
Breaking ball for strike one. Guzman tonight. Pop to the shortstop and got a base hit to right. Came around and scored. Rare fielder's choice. Slices one, right field. One hop to Ichiro. That'll get Alonso home. DeNorfia to third. San Diego chipping away 5-0.
Well, doing his job with nobody out, trying to hit the ball to the right side, ends up with a base hit, picks up an RBI and moves DeNorfia up to third base. It's good fundamental baseball. Bud Black will be happy about that. Going to bring out Eric Wedge. He's going to go to the left-hander.
The pitching change here in the sixth. San Diego scored 3 in the fifth, 2 in the sixth. The Mariners trying to quell it right here. Charlie Furbush will take over when we come back.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
So right now San Diego 5-0 lead, and they continue. They've got runners at the corners, and Charlie Furbush is the new pitcher for the Mariners, third this inning. There's Charlie, part of the 6-man combined no-hitter last Friday night.
Charlie has pitched well this year. ERA 2.70. Opponent's average is 125. Charlie's fastball will be around 91 miles an hour. We'll also use a slurve, slow breaking ball.
So third base, you get Chris DeNorfia. Jesus Guzman, he's at first. What a situation to walk into here in the sixth. 2 runs in, 2 runners on, and nobody out. Baker tonight has flied to center, laid down a bunt, and got a base hit out of it. Charlie has done to this point. A breaking ball for strike one. 0-2. A very effective pitch for Charlie against left-handers.
It's tough for the lefties to stay in there from the arm angle that Charlie has. And again, he also has a good fastball at 91, 92 miles an hour.
Left-handers against Charlie Furbush hitting at 104 for 40. Two. Mariners tonight have been held to one hit by Edison Volquez. It was a John Jaso 2-out second inning single. Volquez tonight for Bud Black has struck out 4, walked 2. Really handcuffed the Mariners. Count it 1-2 here to John Baker, the catcher. Runner goes. They get him hung up. Runner at third hasn't broken yet. He's about a third of the way down. And he still hasn't broken for third. Now he's caught up between third and home, and he gets back safely as the Mariners erase the lead runner, Jesus Guzman.
I was actually surprised to see Guzman going anywhere. You have nobody out. All kinds of trouble for the Mariners, and to try to steal in that situation. I was surprised to see him do that. Now a strikeout really helps the Mariners out, gets you the 2 outs. And Charlie certainly has the ability to do that with a 1-2 count. Baker hitting.
Put out goes 1-6-1-3-4. 1-6-1-3-4. 1 out, runner at third. 1-2 to Baker. 2-2. That's a base hit. 6-0. Coming around to score is Denorfia. RBI for Baker, his 8th. Bottom of the order really getting it done.
Yeah, they have. And you can close the book on Ramirez now. Ramirez 5+ innings, 8 hits, 6 runs.
To the 9-hole hitting second baseman Alexi Amarista. Six-hole Chris Denorfia, RBI double. 7th in the order, Guzman, RBI single. 8th in the order, John Baker, RBI single. Bouncing ball finds a hole, base hit. Amarista, the 9th hitter in the order, comes up big with a base hit to keep the inning going. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners.
Strange game. We were just talking about Charlie and lefties being 4 for 40 off of him, and here the Padres go with back-to-back hits from 2 left-handers.
6 hits in the inning. 1 out. You mentioned a curious out. Getting that runner started. Guzman with runners at the corners at the time. Top of the order, Will Venable, last time up. He got an RBI single to right. Delabar starting to throw. In there. Actually, count should be 1-2 now. Two men on for San Diego with one out. A 3 call. Venables gone. 2 outs. Strikeout for Furbush. And that'll bring up here with Cabrera. Switch hitter. Right-handed. He's a 263 hitter. Left-handed 281.
Well, right now for the Mariners offensively, they have to hope Volquez has been in the dugout for a long time. So hopefully they can take advantage of that. He hasn't been particularly sharp in the game tonight, but the Mariners again with just 1 hit in the game.
Strike 1 to Cabrera. Walk at a stolen base in the first. Strikeout in the third. Fielder's choice. Reached on a fielder's choice. Got an RBI in the fifth. It's a 20-minute half inning. One. First and second, you got Baker at second, Emerista at first. Cabrera is the 8th man to the plate here in the 6th inning. Right off the breaking ball, 2-1. Two out, 2 on. Pitch from Furbush. Off. Well, the inning got off to a bad start when Quentin reached on a base hit to left. Alonso followed with a base hit to center. RBI double Denorfia to the gap in left center. That chased Ramirez. Iwakuma came in, gave it up an RBI single. Furbush came in, gave up an RBI single. And he just rolling on. 2-2 here.
Seems like Cabrera's seen about 40 pitches tonight. Fouling pitch after pitch off. Started the game off, I can't remember what it was, at 13 or 14 pitches. 13 pitches from Ramirez, fouling a bunch of them off, and here he goes again.
Breaking ball, strike 3 call. That'll do it. 20+ minutes on this inning. And the Hall of Famer Dave Niehaus, he'd be rooting hard for the Mariners to get a rally going, and quick. It's getting late.
need at least 6 runs, and they only have 3 innings to get it done. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, the Rays were trying to break a 2-game losing streak and get back into the AL East race. Today, they were facing the Mets, and one Met had a huge day. Kirk Neuenhuis puts the Mets up early with a leadoff home run deep to right field. Mets up 1-0. Top of the 4th, all knotted up at 4. That's when Neuenhuis comes up again, this time with a 2-run shot, a rocket into left. Mets outscore the Rays 29-9 in this series, and they win this one 9-6. Guys?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. Mets, 49% of their runs have come with 2 outs. Just remarkable.
And, guys, I just wanted to correct my math. The Mariners have 4 innings left to get those 6 runs. They promised me there wasn't going to be math. They promised me.
We'll take the extra 3 outs.
Good call. 1-1 to Ackley. Ackley, Seager, and Montero 2, 3, and 4 here in the 6th. Ackley tonight ran out to second, fly to left. Swing and a miss. Ackley's gone. That last half inning, 20-plus minutes. Volquez did to stay sharp. Could have driven and had a quick dinner. You get your hands on a bobblehead royalty. It's coming up tomorrow. We're going to give away the king of all bobbleheads, Felix Hernandez bobblehead night featuring the Mariners ace. Guess what? He's going to be wearing the yellow Kings Court t-shirt. So come on out, first 20,000 fans, and pick up your tickets now. 7-10 matchup with the Giants. Go to Mariners.com. Kyle Seager walking a strikeout tonight. Strikeout of Ackley was the 5th by Volquez. Chopper. Ooh, fair ball.
That'll be a base hit.
How about that? He had it all the way and it hit the bag.
You got to catch a break every now and then.
You're here.
Kyle gets a base hit. He's 1 for 2 in the game. You never know. Might get something started for the Mariners. Looks like it's just going to be a routine out. And it hits the front of the bag and bounces over the shoulder of Alonso. Almost catches him in the face.
Oh, was he surprised? So 1 out, 1 on for the Mariners. Here's Montero. One to right field. Good jump by DeNorfia. He's there. Makes the play. 2 down here in the 6th with a man aboard. Time now for a Banner Bank building to the future. He's a regular in this feature. You know him, you love him. The left-hander Danny Hultzen. Look at this guy. First, this guy is something up. Man, oh man. Since then, since that rough start. Look at that ERA, 0.63 with a .148 opponent's batting average against. Has he been in, I hope he's been in touch with his travel agent.
27 2/3 scoreless innings.
Travel agent pointing towards Seattle, wherever the Mariners are. Those are some fabulous numbers. I got to look at them. Look at the sheet again. That's amazing. Rough start. 5 runs for. Whew. I don't care what league you're in, Mike.
I agree. And he's somebody that we showed those numbers. I mean, over his last 12 starts. That's a lot of starts to put those kinds of numbers up. Obviously, he's figured things out. But I think too, coming out of spring training, when you talk about all the pitchers that are guys in the organization that are top prospects for this organization, he's the guy that everybody talked about probably being the most polished out of the group coming out of college.
Number 2 pick overall.
Yeah.
Backs out of the way. 2-1. Volquez, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, giving up 2 hits. Counts at 2-2 to Smoke. "12 days since he went yard. It was at Chicago. He hit number 10. 2-2. That section getting a lot of work with foul balls down there.
Volquez throwing fastballs up and away from Justin. Was able to strike him out on a breaking ball down his last time up after a couple of fastballs. I wouldn't be surprised if he tries it again. Just change up.
2-2. Bounced it up there. Seager not going anywhere. Full count.
Let's go.
Bub Black trying to move the outfielders back.
Payoff pitch here to Smoke. Walking. Seager down to second. Brings in Michael Saunders. That walk, the 3rd tonight.
Michael's been the hot hitter for the Mariners. Let him hit one out here and you're back in the ball game.
There you go. Give me that document.
You can see what he's done in the series. 4 for 9.
Why not? First pitch from Volquez. Taken right with it. Off speed pitch, strike 1. Ground ball. Alonso backhands. Flips to Volquez. He wins the race. And he posts another 0 on the board. Mariners strand 2 more. That's 6 on the night. 6-0 Padres.
inning, I thought that these ladies out there were celebrating their final days of freedom, but no, come to find out it's Carissa's birthday in the Crown. I thought it was a bachelorette party, but no, it's not. It's a birthday party. It's a very popular birthday time of year, apparently, because Jesus Guzman, he's celebrating his 28th birthday tonight, and tomorrow, former Husky Tim Lincecum will be celebrating his 28th birthday. He's going to start on Saturday against Kevin Millwood, but tomorrow it's going to be Ryan Vogelsong versus Jason Vargas. Jason Vargas not celebrating any sort of birthday. And then in the series finale, two of the best in baseball are going to square off when Felix Hernandez and Madison Bumgarner take them out. And you can see all those games right here on Root Sports. Guys?
Angie, thank you. That's a terrific pitching staff. And you see Steve Delabar taking over his first appearance, second stanza for him here in 2012. But the Giants, boy, they got some good pitchers. Starting rotation. Barazito's pitched well. Lincecum has not pitched as well.
Well, and again, for the Mariners who have struggled offensively on this homestand, it's going to get more difficult for them with the Giants coming into town. Try to figure things out if they can.
So Delabar can post the big fat 0 on the board. The Mariners over the last 2 innings have given up 6 runs on 10 hits.
Steve being recalled yesterday. You take a look at his numbers overall. Opponent's average hitting 200 off of him. ERA a little bit higher because he did have some issues with the home run ball earlier in the season. So hopefully he has that figured out. But it's good fastballs. Fastball be 95, 96 miles an hour. Throws a slider and a changeup.
His focus, sharper break on the slider, better command and location with the fastball, things he worked on in Tacoma. However, he's 3-0 here. That's a 4-pitch walk to Headley. The start he envisioned. He'll bring up Carlos Quentin. Mariners held to just 2 hits tonight. There's a hit batter and 3 walks. It's had 6 base runners. All 1. Quentin tonight struck out looking, took one deep to the track in right field and got a base hit to left. Ooh, that hit him in the lower left hip area.
He was fortunate it was an off-speed pitch. Just got away from Steve, but clearly he's having some command issues in this inning, walking the first batter and then coming back and hitting Quentin. Looked like a split. He hit him right in the small of the back. That'll bring out Carl Willis to have a conversation with him as you see Quentin bracing for the impact of that ball at 87 miles an hour.
Not what the Mariners are thinking about. It's a 3rd straight inning. The Padres have put the first 2 men on.
The previous 2 innings did not work out well for the Mariners by doing that. So Steve Delabar is going to have to pitch himself out of some real trouble here.
Leandro Alonso is going to be the hitter. He's got a 2 for 3 night working with a run scored. Swinging bunt in the 2nd. Grounded out to second base in the 4th. Base hit the center in the 6th. That 6th inning was a big one. So was the 5th, but the 6th inning, 8 men to the plate, 3 runs on 6 hits. They left 2. 5th inning was 3 runs on 4 hits. And 7 men came to the plate. First strike.
There's a good fastball from Steve at 96.
Tough night for pitching, coach. Watch your team give up 6 runs and 11 hits. There's a good pitch. 1-2. Mariners going to have to rally like crazy to avoid the 5th consecutive loss. One-two to Alonso. He's gone. Third. I think that home plate umpire Paul Emmel said, yep, he went, and it was on the pitch anyway. So a strikeout for Delabar. 1 down here in the 7th. If you're hitting the road outside the Northwest, take the Mariners with you. Subscribe to MLB.tv to see the Mariners live on your favorite devices in HD quality. Visit Mariners.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. Valuable, one of the most valuable things in the franchise, the Mariner Moose.
I would agree with that. Brings up Denorfia. He's having a night. 2 for 3, has a double, scored 2 runs, driven in 1. Hit a double in the left center field gap his last time up.
The thing that, series. And Mike, the thing that's got to raise your hackles as a Mariner fan, in San Diego has just been horrible on offense all year, and they come into Safeco and put up these numbers.
Well, on the flip side of that, I think offensively after the Mariners coming off a really good road trip, like they're heading in the right direction. I think you have to consider who they played. The Dodgers, the best record in baseball coming into it. The Padres seem like they can always pitch, and then you have the Giants coming in next, so they have to figure out a way to just find some way to score some runs and put some pressure on the pitcher. It's a difficult thing, but they've gone 15 innings now, Dave, without scoring a run.
Ooh. Well, that's a long time.
And I look at it again. If you look at even in the Padres in this series, we were talking about at the bottom of the order, has done a lot of damage for them.
First night, 6th inning, 7-8-9 with 3 consecutive RBI.
Yeah, and it was their 6th hitter last night, although it was just the only run in the game, but it was a solo home run in it tonight. It's the bottom of the order again, so Mariners need to check in with some of that themselves, find a way to get some runs.
Off of Montero's glove, both runners advance. Pass ball. Montero, his 5th.
It's a high fastball, 94 miles an hour that Montero reaches up for. It goes right out the top of his glove, so that will be a pass ball.
Count, meanwhile, is 3-1 to Denorfia. Infield comes in close with 1 out. 3-2. Last time the Mariners scored a run, Tuesday, 9th inning. Saunders with a home run. Kawasaki with an RBI. Drove in 2 of the 3 runs that inning. Right to Ackley. Mariners get back safely. 2 down.
Another break for the Mariners. That ball hit right on the button. Take a look at it. Denorfia swinging the bat well for the Padres. Hits a line drive, and it's right at Ackley.
Squared it up well. Brings up Guzman. He's had a good night, 2 for 3. An RBI, a run scored. All 1. Guzman got his RBI in the 6th off of Iwakuma. Delabar is the 4th pitcher tonight for the Mariners. Ramirez started. First big league start. Iwakuma, Furbush, and now Steve. Big swing on this, 1-1. Pitch. Stays ahead 1-2. A heck of a comeback if he can get out of this. Walking a hit batter started the inning.
He mixed in a pass ball, and if he can get out of this, that's pretty good pitching from Steve. Needs to get one more strike.
1-2 from Delabar. Inside 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Full count. San Diego's starter, Edison Volquez, has had a lot of sit-down time tonight. Payoff. Swing and a miss. Delabar does a good job to get out of it. That water was starting to boil on him. Strands 2. Manor offense got to get clicking. Bottom third of the order coming up. They've been 2 hit tonight by Volquez. By Washington's Lottery of the Department of Imagination, encouraging you to imagine bigger when you play the lottery. Visit us on Facebook or tweet what you do to Twitter hashtag #IfIWon. Who knows, you might even see your tweet appear on TV during an upcoming game. Get some rally hats on. Come on, let's do something. Get something going on here. Come on, that's what I'm talking about. Jeez. 6-0. The Mariners have been 2 hit tonight by San Diego's Edison Volquez. And it's like he's getting a soccer frame of mind there. John Jaso going to lead it off. Volquez tonight, no runs on 2 hits. Struck out 5, walked 3. One of the hits by this man, John Jaso. 2-out single in the second. Right to Alonso. Defensive changes. Cameron Maben, who is their everyday starter, moves into center field. Chris DeNorfia, who started in right, moves over to left. And Will Venable started in center, moves over to right. This is Guzman out of the game. Guzman did well. A couple of hits and an RBI and a run scored. Here's Franklin Gutierrez, his 3rd plate appearance. Volquez hit him on the left bicep in the 2nd. Fouled out to the 3rd baseman in the 5th.
Good news for the Mariners. Volquez, this will be his 96th pitch of the game, so get his pitch count up a little bit, run him out of the game, try somebody different because he's been awfully tough on him tonight. As Dave mentioned, just 2 hits on the evening.
The other hit Kyle Seager ground ball down the first baseline and hit the bag and went over the shoulder of Alonso, the first baseman. Padres have banged out 11 hits. Mariners looking for any kind of spark to get something going here. 2-1 to Gutierrez. First game of 2012 here with the big club. Three and one. Rudy's aboard. Works a walk. One out. Here in the bottom of the seventh.
Take a look at what he's done against right-handed hitters in tonight's game. Four-seam fastball, 64%, 18% curveballs. And against lefties, 8%. 8%. I don't know that we've seen that all year.
I'm with you.
See the change-ups using his sinker effectively in the curveball, but 8% four-seam fastballs. Wow.
Kawasaki looks at a strike. He's popped a short and struck out.
100 pitches now for Volquez, 57 strikes, 43 balls. First pitch strikes only up to 11 out of the 27 batters that he's seen.
Strike two. His pitch count has reached 110 on 2 occasions.
And we're getting some action out into the Padres bullpen now. Guys are starting to move around.
Hey, Kawasaki going on 3 pitches. That's strikeout number 6. 2 down. Top of the order in Ichiro here in the 7th. We take a look at the Mariner calendar brought to you by Sleep Country USA. More National League West action coming up with the Los Gigantes coming to town, and then we go to Arizona. Enjoy a day off in San Diego and take on the Padres for 3, then back to AL West competition with the A's for 3, and then the Boston Red Sox, first of 2 visits to Seattle. Close out the month of June. Ichiro tonight. Hard line drive to the second baseman. Nice catch by Amarista. That ended the 5th inning. Back up the middle. There's a base hit. Gutierrez will make his way to third. 2 outs. Mariners have runners at the corners.
Mariners with an opportunity. Dustin Heckley is going to get a chance to drive in a run. The Mariners haven't had many of them. They're only 0 for 2. We've been in scoring position tonight. You see this solid ground ball back up the middle for Ichiro. 1 for 4 now. Take a look at Franklin Gutierrez. He's running well, so he's healthy. A good sign for the Mariners having Franklin back.
You're here. Makes such a difference. Heckley 0 for 3. 0-1. Dustin tonight's grounded out to second, fly to left, and struck out. San Diego's outfield: Denofrio, Meben, and Venable. The infield: Headley, Cabrera, Amarista, and Alonso. 1-0 to Heckley. 2-0. And the Mariners looking to score for the first time since the 9th inning in Tuesday night's 5-4 loss. They came up just short.
Volquez has not given in to the hitters all night. See if now with the score, 6-run lead pitching here in the 7th, see if he can give Heckley a fastball to hit.
Back up the middle, he does. Base hit. Scoring is Gutierrez. Ichiro holds at second, so for the first time since Tuesday night, Mariners on the board. 6-1 RBI for Ackley, his 21st.
And for Dustin, he does. He gets the fastball right down the middle, hits it hard back up the middle. Drive in the first run for the Mariners. Nice to get that goose egg off the scoreboard.
Bud Black, fine lefty in his own right, on his way to the mound to lift Volquez. He wants the left-hander to take his place, but Volquez put in some strong work tonight. Yes, he did for 6 2/3. Mariners have a 6-1 deficit and trying to get more.
Dustin Ackley gets one back up the middle, and that brings in Franklin Gutierrez, and they're on the board. 6-1 right now. They got more work to do, though. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. Meantime, Phillies and Twins squaring off, and Jim Thome coming up big against his former team. And when I say big with Jim Thome, you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a home run, top of the third, all tied up at 1. That's when Thome takes Scott Diamond deep to right field. The 3-run shot, his 607th career home run. He now sits at 8th place on baseball's all-time career list, and the Phillies beat the Twins 6-1. The final there, but it's not the final here, guys. There's more work to be done.
Right you are. Thank you, Angie. One of the good guys, Jim Thome. Good for him. 607 home runs. Let's see if Seager keep this thing going. 2 on, 2 out. Alex Henshaw, the new pitcher. First pitch in the dirt.
You're the man with 2 outs.
You heard that gentleman down below. You the man with 2 outs. That has been the case with Seager. 23 ribbies out of his with 2 outs of his 39.
He has a big gap out in right center field. If he can get a fastball and turn on it, have a chance to drive in a couple of runs with Ackley running at first.
Got the wheels out there at Ichiro and Ackley. 1-0 pitch. Good count here. Build some opportunities here. Now cash them in. 2-0 to Seager. 2 on, 2 out. Rip.
Fastball in the middle of the plate. It was up. Still right down the middle.
Two and 1. He's at second. Alex Henshaw was a non-roster invitee. He made this club. 2-1. 2-2 now. Henshaw. 6'2", 175. Born in Pomona, California. Lives in Newburgh, Oregon. Two and 2, 2 out, 2 on. Struck him out. Hinshaw comes in and quiets the storm in the 7th. Mariners get 1, leave 2. 6-1 Padres. Closing in on a sweep right now. Time for a Coors Light freeze can. Steve Delabar will continue here for the Mariners. A little shaky start to begin the 7th inning with a walk and a hit batter, but he got out of it. Strikeout, hard line drive to the second baseman, and a strikeout. John Baker, the hitter. Catcher, Alex Amarista, the second baseman, and Will Venable, now the right fielder. So 8, 9, and 1 for the Pods.
I thought it was a good sign for Steve to work his way out of that last inning that you were talking about, Davey. Clearly was struggling with the first couple of hitters with his command, but after that he really pitched well.
You've seen it a million times, trying so hard. You want it so badly. Maybe squeeze a little bit too much, try too hard. You know?
Yeah, especially since he just has been recalled again, and he's been working on some things, and you want to show everything right away. All of a sudden you get in a little bit of trouble, but it was good to see him make some pitches and not continue down the path that he was on. So that's a good sign. Good strikeout.
Yes, it was. It's 3 strikeouts. Back-to-backers here. 1 out. In the top of the 8th. Root Sports looking for the biggest Mariner fans in the Northwest. We're going state to state to find the most passionate fans in our region. This month, we want to hear from you devoted fans in Oregon. So log on to rootsports.com and show us why you're the Mariners' ultimate Northwest fan. Crowd of 17,306 on hand. The Mariners get in this 4-game losing streak. Saunders and a corn for him. 2 outs. Top of the order, Will Venable. Steve Delabar, he is the 4th pitcher tonight. Used by Eric Wedge. Venable tonight, a strikeout, a ground out, RBI single, and a strikeout looking. That's 4 hits tonight for the Mariners. San Diego's got 6 runs on 11 hits. Right center field. Duty calls off each row. That'll do it. Quick inning. Nice inning by Steve Delabar. Offense got to go to work. Bottom of the 8th coming up. Montero, Smoke, and Saunders down by 5.
Seattle Mariners baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, Seattle's premier entertainment, gaming, and dining destination. By Sterling Bank, life is about the good stuff. Your bank should be too. Visit our new website at bankwithsterling.com. And by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network, AT&T Rethink Possible. Well, if you need to score some runs, this is a good part of the order to get it done, guys.
Why not? As we look at the space, and boy, does that look great. Great shot here in Seattle. Those of you folks watching on MLB at bat and around the country, greetings from the great Pacific Northwest. Dale Thayer. I saw him in an episode of Gunsmoke recently.
Look at that mustache. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's right out of Wyatt Earp and the Clantons. Gunfight at the OK Corral. About some Mariner runs here tonight against Dale Thayer.
Angie was talking about it. Mariners need some runs, and she's right. They need to get them all back right here, but it'd be nice to make a dent into it.
1 out as Montero taps back weakly. 1 out here in the home 8th. In celebration, Mariners no-hitter last Friday against the Dodgers. Mariners team store rolling out a commemorative T-shirt that you'll want to get your hands on. Shirt will showcase the outstanding stats of all 6 Mariner pitchers involved in the 3rd no-hitter in Mariner history. Available in both adult and youth sizes, so pick up your collectible T-shirt right now at any Mariners team store. Here's Smoke. See if he can bring some fire here. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. Hold on. 4 hits tonight by the Mariners. Justin just 1 for 9. Here in the series is hit 24 balls that were crushed that never left the yard. Thayer's out of Fountain Valley, California. Lives in Huntington Beach now. This one is fouled off. That's a section to be. Those right over there, those folks have been peppered all night.
I think you probably fill up a bucket.
Yeah, I don't think so. I would buy that. 1-2.
Tom Wilhelmsen getting loose in the Mariners' pants, so it looks like he'll get an inning's worth of work.
Georgetown. Thayer 2-2. He misses with the breaking ball. Thayer was with the Mets last year in 11 games, a 3.48 ERA, a 0-3 record. Prior to that, 09-10 with Tampa Bay. He had knocked around for 7 years in the minors. And he walked smoked. Michael Saunders 0 for 3 tonight. Smoke. Back-to-back walks. One out, one on. Strike one. There, another guy, a non-roster invitee that made the club for San Diego.
He has a good arm. His fastball's at 94 miles an hour. Has shown the ability to get a breaking ball over the plate.
It gets through the catcher.
That'd be a wild pitch.
Keep that. Wild pitch. Good smoke to second. One out runner at second. Really slings it up there. He's got a lot of arm action, Dale Thayer.
Yeah, throws across his body. Creates a little bit of a different angle for the hitters as he's on his way to home plate. Looks like he's on the third base side of the rubber.
Oh, look out. The bat almost got there. He got out of the way. Second baseman Amarista throws out Saunders. Smart move, Dale. He'll get the out. Get out of the way of the bat. My goodness. Supermo's going to give you a tremendous look at McDonald's. Supermo. Watch this.
Take a look at the way the barrel of the bat gets sawed off and then the way it just spins out to the mound.
Good job by Thayer. Get out of the way. It was that second hop that really got him.
Kicked it up in the air.
2 outs. Down to third goes Smoke. Here's Jaso.
John is 1 for 2 in the game with a walk.
Runner at third is Smoke. 0-2 count to Jaso. Put it in play, foul.
Mariners in tonight's game 1 for 5 with men in scoring position. The base hit came from Ackley. Drive in the 1 run for the Mariners.
All 2 strikes. Jaso straight up. 1-2 the pitch. Down to third, no check. 2-2. There most of his time last year, AAA Buffalo. 11 relief appearances for the Mets. Full count. Payoff pitch coming to Jaso. Takes it for ball 4. Thayer's walked 2. He's got runners at the corners. There's going to be Franklin Gutierrez. 2 outs, 2 on.
Might not be a hero his first game back. Franklin has scored the 1 run for the Mariners. 0 for 1. And hit by a pitch as walk is also popped up to third.
What Black talked about, he does not have enough strike throwers on his club. One of several problems they've endured this first 63 games. Goody tonight hit by a pitch. Fouled out to third. Walked and scored in the 7th. Next strike, count even at 1-1. Joe Thatcher warming up again. Boys saw him for an inning last night and gave up 2 hits on Tuesday. 2 hits and 2 runs. Two and one. Ground out walk, ground out walk. That's what Thayer has done since entering this game here, starting the 8th. Three and one.
Okay, hitters count for Franklin. Ground out walk, ground out walk. How about a big fly to follow that?
That's it.
Each within a couple of runs.
Couple of bloops and a blast. 3-1. Well struck. Base hit. Coming around the score. Smoke. Down to second. Jaso. 6-2 ball game. RBI Gutierrez, his first of the year. Good for him. Good to have you back.
Yeah, with his first night back, you take a look at the McDonald's Supermo. Franklin gets into a hitter's count, gets a fastball, and hits it hard in the left field. So a productive first night back for Franklin Gutierrez.
Not bad at all. 1 for 2 with an RBI and a run scored. Thinking back to that Toronto comeback here last year, down 7-0. Louis Rodriguez winning it. We'll get one of those babies here tonight.
I said at the start of this inning, you don't have to get them all back. Just get a little bit closer, and a base hit will certainly do that. Get a base hit here from Kawasaki, score another run.
Goody's hit the 5th of the night for the Mariners. Kawasaki tonight. Popped to short, struck out his last 2 times up. He entered tonight, having pushed his batting average to 204. Now he's under the Mendoza line again. 2-0. Mariners did a lot of great work with 2 outs during the road trip. Went 5-4 and beat some good clubs. 2-0. They get 3-0.
There's no doubt that he's taking this pitch all the way. Wouldn't be surprised to see him take a 3-1 pitch also.
Strike, 3-1.
See if you can get the tying run to come to the plate. Ichiro waiting on deck.
Popped it up. Shortstop Cabrera makes the play. Well, they get a run. They have a couple. 9th inning coming up. 6-2 San Diego.
Today's Tracer Technology is brought to you by the Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Welcome back. We're headed to the 9th inning. Franklin Gutierrez, what a return he's already had. And because he returned tonight, we're going to take a look back at the long and storied center fielders that have been with the Mariners organizations. You wouldn't believe the calls, the Dave Niehaus calls and the footage that we found. Also, we're going to check in on Bill Kruger, see how he did on those local Ford keys to the game. We'll get you set also for the San Francisco Giants who are coming to town. It's all coming up here on Mariners postgame. Guys?
Angie, thank you very much. The bartender, Tom Wilhelmsen, on. Last call. And he'll face 2, 3, and 4 in the order. And check our Nissan shift to the bullpen.
Numbers for Tom on the year, a 2-1 record. ERA at 3.38. 2 pitches for Tom. Basically, he's going to throw a fastball in the mid to upper 90s and a curveball. That last fastball at 97.
He's got Cabrera 0-2. There's that hammer. Have a seat. 1 out.
And after a couple of good fastballs, here is the hammer. 12-6 curveball.
Oh. Remember years ago when Dwight Good came up and he was just buckling guys. It was just sick. I remember watching McCarver. McCarver was a great catcher in his day, and he was just marveling at Uncle Charlie.
He had a good 95, 96 mile an hour heater too, yeah.
That 12-6, man, that thing snaps over. And again, you got 95 plus.
Knowing that he has that, it's tough to stay in there too. If you do, it's really difficult to square a 12-6 curveball up when you throw it as hard as Tom does.
Same arm action, and you see the ball out of his hand like that's a fast. Whoa!
It looks like it's going to be high, and you give up on it, and it's just a split second. You relax, and bang, it comes back in there for a good strike. Tough pitch.
Ground ball. Smoke will take it. Alexi Ramirez will testify to that.
Yes.
We're in Chicago. If you missed it, that was one of the great highlights of the trip. Wilhelmsen, he's a quality hitter, Ramirez, especially against the Mariners in that ballpark in Chicago. Just totally buckled. Quick 2 outs. Carlos Quentin. Quentin tonight a strikeout. Deep fly to warning track in right field. Base hit and a run scored, and it was hit by a pitch. There's that breaking ball. 1-1. Good hitter. At 1-2.
After a couple of curveballs, he threw that fastball by Quentin. Quentin, a good fastball hitter. But he was late on that one at 97 miles an hour.
The 1-2 to Quentin. Two pitch. Breaking ball. Evidently that's a fair ball. Quentin thought it was a foul. What do we have?
I don't know.
Paul Himmel's not saying anything.
He didn't make a call.
If he did, he kept the count private. All right, clearly it was a foul ball.
Would have to believe that it hit Quentin. His reaction to it, he just stepped back and he didn't even flinch as far as making a move towards first. A quick look at it. Yeah, I'm not so sure now.
Yeah. Good point. 2-2. He sold it beautifully.
Yes.
Take another look. Maybe the toe.
Yeah.
That first view looked like he got no part of his anatomy at all. 3-2. Good straight heat. Tom Wilhelmsen. Nice inning here in the ninth. See if the Mariners can get something going. It's never too late. They're down 6-2. You get the top of the order, Ichiro. He'll be followed by Dustin Ackley and by Kyle Seager. The Mariners trying to prevent the Padres from getting their first 3-game sweep of the season.
One last crack at the San Diego Padres as we head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Hi, everybody. Angie Mentink here at the Ford Sports Desk. After San Diego leaves town, the San Francisco Giants come to town, and we want to hear from you. What do you think? What are you looking forward to the most with this upcoming series against the Giants? Text your answers to 733-733, and we will scroll them across the bottom of the screen in Mariners postgame, guys.
All right, Angie, let's all hands on deck for some late inning lightning here. Down 6-2. Ichiro leads it off against Joe Thatcher. Third night in a row the Mariners are seeing him.
Thatcher, the side armor. Does not throw hard. His fastball, 86, 87 miles an hour. Throw a slurve.
Popped it up. Going back Cabrera. He's got it covered, one out. Active with an RBI single this last time up. That was in the seventh. Mariners scored a run on 2 hits and left 2. Last 3 innings, Mariners have left 6 men aboard for the night. 10 have been stranded. How about this for the series against these Padres? It's 28 runners stranded 3 games. Eric Wedge is keeping the faith. It's going to turn around here at home. As all coaches in every sport say, it's a process.
It is a process. And he's worked hard at it so far. And you get the feeling that he's going to will it to happen.
Yes, good call. Very good call. Doing 2 to Ackley. Paul Emmel's going to pop up that right hand.
Yeah, I think Dustin caught a break there and gets an extra pitch. See if he can do something with it, get a base hit.
3-2 count. Strike 3 called, 2 down. Isn't that kind of a night?
Padres have their closer up. Houston Street out in the bullpen just in case.
Outside to Seager. One. 1-1 to Seager. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 9th. Left field, that's going to do it. Padres complete a sweep. Here in Seattle, it's their first 3-game sweep ever in Seattle. The Padres come in, the worst road team in baseball, and they get well over these 3 days in Seattle, sweeping the Mariners. The final tonight, 6-2.
In the 3-game series, the Mariners only managing to score 6 runs, averaging 2 a game. That's not a good thing. And then you have the Giants coming in next, Dave. It doesn't get any easier for the Mariners, a quality pitching staff for the Giants coming here to Safeco Field for the weekend. So the guys are going to have to get things figured out. Get out here early tomorrow and try to find a way to score some runs.
5 consecutive losses for the Mariners. They win 1 game against the Dodgers and have lost 5 in a row since. Giants in town next. Bud Black and his crew, a happy bunch. Let's go out to Brett and Bill in center field.
Gentlemen, thank you.